incredible that you see ages 110 to 119, 3.6 million. If you're 120 to 129, 3.5 million. I mean, last time I checked, Liz, there was no one in America that's 140 years old.
But if there is someone 140 years old, Maria, they sure deserve Social Security payments. And
There was an Inspector General audit last year that showed over an 8-year period, the Social Security Administration made almost $72 billion in improper payments, a little less than 1% of payments in that time period. Now, the report also says that most of these improper payments were overpayments, not payments to deceased people or people who didn't qualify to receive these payments. At the same time, Jose, this effort by DOGE is to go through this agency like every other and try to weed out waste and fraud.
Yeah, I mean, and also 72 billion, and that's without a comprehensive search. I mean, that's significant.
Want to really see something that said, take a look at what happened.
Hey. Why this beat so crazy?
We will make America proud again. And you try to kill ourselves. We will make America wealthy again. And yes, together, we will make America great again.
Boy, oh boy, oh boy. I need to just calm down. I need Rick calm down because I'm hot. First one on the day on the show. First one on the day. We got to start it off with something spicy. I'm hotter than fish grease. Y'all, because they've been voting too. 150 years old and they've been voting too. I wonder who been getting the fraudulent checks. No, it's not laziness. This is money laundering. Dead people still voting. I'm pissed off. I'm mad. You know. Yeah, it's all coming out. Prayers for Trump in the Trump administration, Elon Musk and the DOGE team, all of them. It's all coming out. They ain't been to sleep yet. Especially our president. And this is what we're getting. Exactly what we voted for. And now look what's coming out. Look what they done found. Ooh, I'm hotter than fish grease. I'm pissed. You should be pissed too. I'm so pissed right now. I got tears coming out my eyes, y'all. Hold on. Let me wipe my eyes. God, crying over here, man. I'm so mad. You ever been so mad you start crying? I'll tell you, God. Woo! Make sure y'all join the family. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that like button, man. We're going to keep winning, baby. We just going to keep winning. And I hope everybody is blessed, well, healthy, and that nothing but the best is going on in all you beautiful people's life. Let's jump into this, though, y'all. I'm pissed off, man. You know, and I've been pissed off for a while now because it's every single day more is coming out, you know, and this is exactly what we want. But I told y'all, be ready for the stuff that takes place, that comes out, that gets exposed. Your jaw is going to drop on the floor. Full transparency. And now we have it. It's here. Well, they've been voting. People done got their hand caught in the cookie jar. People need to be walked out, held accountable with their hands behind their back. I'm ready for somebody to be made an example out of. I'm ready for the breaking news. I'm ready for the somebody being walked out. I'm ready, man. I am ready.
Well, the numbers are just incredible. Liz Peek, let's get into it. Elon Musk posted this graphic on X showing how many people in what age group there are accepting these Social Security checks. It's just pretty incredible that you see ages 110 to 119, 3.6 million. if you're 120 to 129, 3.5 million. I mean, last time I checked, Les, there was no one in America that's 140 years old.
But if there is someone 140 years old, Maria, they sure deserve Social Security payments, and I'm all for it. Look, there are two astonishing things here. Number one, that this sloppiness and the fraud and waste has gone on for so long. Obviously, this is not something that happened overnight. It is incredible to me that people working in our government have had such laziness, such inertia, that they have never even bothered.
Somebody wouldn't even say laziness. I think we see it as money laundering. Yeah. It's going somewhere. Oh, it's going somewhere. They gotta audit these filthy officials, these politicians. They ought to be audited. These crooks down there in Washington. It ain't just laziness. Oh no. Somebody got their hands and been eating good out that cookie jar. Had them at the voting booth too. Had them at the voting booth. I'm just being real. We know what's going on, man.
Look at these numbers that apparently are pretty easy to find. Number two, what's really incredible is that anyone is objecting to this because, as Caroline Levitt pointed out, this isn't just about hauling in all those illegal and fraudulent and wasteful payments. It is about making sure that if you're 60 years old, you're going to get Social Security payments from a healthy institution for the next many years. So how can anyone object to this? I have no idea.
Well, I think, Cheryl, the Democrats are objecting to it because they're embarrassed. They've been supposedly stewards of our economy and stewards of our government for how many years, depending on who you're talking about. And this has been happening on their watch.
The agency's been asleep at the wheel. And I think that is where I'm so glad you brought this up, because it's the system. You know, the why did this happen? And actually, Elon Musk did post about it. He said that the logic flow diagram for the Social Security system looks insane. All capital letters, he wrote, Maria. He says no other person actually knows how it works. You need to get forensic accounting. You need to get programmers. You need to get people from DOGE, that team. You need to get experts on technology and algorithms and accounting systems in there. Why that has never happened in all the decades that you've had thousands of reports about Social Security fraud, about checks that just kept going to somebody's residence after they'd passed away. I mean, come on, Maria. It's just, I can't believe we're finally addressing this. Like, I'm happy.
I mean, for so many years, Chris, that's all you heard from politicians. You know, we have to get rid of fraud, abuse, and waste. And yet, what? They didn't actually go and look to see where the money was going?
This bloated bureaucracy is just so. The idea that somehow some nameless bureaucrat could do a better job than Elon Musk is absurd. And the fact that where are these directors of Social Security been? This is the first thing you check in your first day. Are we paying anybody we shouldn't be? It's millions and millions of dollars. They keep talking about the viability of Social Security. That's the first thing you should have done instead of talking about raising taxes and cutting benefits. This should have been number one. So, I mean, these people should be ashamed of themselves.
And of course,
Disgrace,
right now,
man.
we've got the debate over how to cut, you know, to come up with offsets to actually afford President Trump's agenda, being money for the border, money for defense. And, you know, they're talking about cutting into mandatory spending. OK, instead of just going back and looking at where the money is, which is what Elon Musk and DOGE are doing from the beginning, they're talking about cutting into mandatory spending.
All right, let's bring in Missouri Congressman and member of the subcommittee on delivering on government efficiency, DOGE, Eric Burleson. Congressman, good morning to you. So what's your reaction to that? People with Social Security numbers that are way older than you've ever heard be able to.
And I've seen a lot of y'all showing a lot of love in our previous video with Eric Burleson. On that video he played and made them Democrats just boo-boo all on themselves. Yeah, when he played that video exposing Democrats who really are basically saying that they are for DOGE. And they appreciate what DOGE is doing. And that they were doing this back in the 90s. You got Bill Clinton and Obama's and Biden's saying that this is what they're doing. And then what they did was the complete opposite. When it came to the Obama era, a disgrace. But he played a clip that made all of them feel guilty. That left them speechless. That made them boo-boo on themselves. That's him. So if a lot of y'all was asking for that video, just type in Eric Burleson, you'll see it come up. There it is.
Live in this country. So what do you think?
It tells us how poor this system is and how inefficient the federal bureaucracy has become. It also lets us in on how structurally we have created an environment that is ripe for fraud. And so while I'm not certain, and we'll need to investigate all of these individuals, the millions of people that, are over a certain, reasonable age, and determine if they truly are individuals and if it truly is a fraud incident. While we still need to do that investigation, it's clear that there are not systems in place that are obvious checks on things like this.
So there's also this. Fox News has learned that the DOGE audit on the IRS is imminent, despite backlash from Democrats. Of course, a ruling on the effort to block Musk's DOGE from accessing data and being able to fire employees is expected today. So what do you think is going to happen there?
I think at the end of the day, the American people, I think, trust the fact that we have an individual, one of the smartest individuals on the planet, who is not in this for his own self-interest. He's really sacrificing his time and his treasure to help save this country because it's in his best interest. No one has more to lose than Elon Musk. And so, and I think that the fact that he is lending his talent and his expertise and all the geniuses that come with him, we should embrace that. And I know that as someone elected official, I welcome, it's like the cavalry coming in, having someone like Elon Musk come in and point out all of the fraud and all the waste that we've been trying to point out for years.
Okay, well, we see the sign in the background. You are at the Alliance for Responsible Citizenship Conference in London alongside leaders around the world. For those who are just learning about this conference, tell us about it as it enters day 2.
Yeah, this is a wonderful conference. It's mostly organized by conservatives from Western society, from Great Britain, the United States, Canada, Israel, et cetera. And it's we're looking back and reflecting on what we've been through. This woke, censorship culture, this economic growth culture against climate, this Green New Deal culture, and the lost time that we've had during all this period. And then we're at an inflection point. We're looking forward to what is this freeing moment really that Trump is bringing in, and the opportunity to look towards the future and a reconstruction of all of Western civilization.
Yeah, usually these global conferences don't include conservative leaders, but this one certainly does, to balance things out a bit. Congressman, thank you so much for joining us live from